Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Greetings. We welcome you to this beautiful, lovely day. And today is Tuesday, March 25th, 2025. Oh, wow, 2525. We welcome you to this webinar, and we are in deep dive. We are starting our webinar now with a lovely tune, In It to Win It, which is the slogan of our ONPASSIVE program. And the person who is singing that tune is none other than one of us, our sister Lerato Shadare. And Dr. Derek has taken a lot of time to put special effects in it so we can see the nonverbal aspect of that song. So please, let's pay attention to those special nonverbal communication as In It to Win It plays. Thank you very much, Dr. Derek, and pass it over to you so we can listen to In It to Win It.
We are here. We Your next stop is ONPASSIVE.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Thank you, Dr. Derek. Yes, we are in it to win it. So of the 53 train stops that are out there in Dubai, one of it is ONPASSIVE. And all the images that we have seen is all the various segments of artificial intelligence that ONPASSIVE is promising us. And we saw some of them in the images, the nonverbal communication that Dr. Derek played for us. Thank you, Dr. Derek. We appreciate you, and we appreciate what you do, not just for Deep Dive, but for ONPASSIVE. Now we're moving forward to the mindset, which is one of the reasons why we hold this bi-weekly deep dive. And the mindset, we all know what it is. You have to be in the right frame of mind for what you do, not just for yourself, but for those around you, your loved ones, your peers, your children, your extended family, and the community in which we are, the ONPASSIVE community. And our mindset speaker for today, Dr. T, has been with us for quite some time. She's going to share a continuation that she started last week. And please, we know who she is, so get your pen, paper, and make notes. If you do not understand something, take notes, because she usually will summarize what she had the previous week, what she has today, and at the end of her presentation, she also has a summary. Just in case you missed anything, you can always catch up with her. Dr. T is no one that we need to introduce. She introduces herself. Just from the name, you can tell that she has the experience. She's an international inspirational speaker. She is an author. She's a top show host, and she hosts a lot of other things, including the U Magazine. And please, if you do not know how to get anything about her, the flyer that brought you into the webinar, or if you're watching live on YouTube, has all the details about her. I'll refer you to that flyer because it's there. If you missed anything, you can always refer to it in the future. So thank you so much. At this stage, I will say, Dr. T, we appreciate you. We love hearing from you, and we are ready for you. And the microphone is yours.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I just need to give you your kudos, Debbie, Queen Debbie. You are an awesome host. And I just wanted you to know that, because you are so creative in your introductions, you're so thoughtful and heartfelt. And I just want you to know that sometimes we don't always give people their praises, so I want you to know that you are also valued. And we miss you when you're not here. So you're awesome. And I just sit here and say, I don't even know if I could do what you're doing. You may say, yes, you can. I don't know if I can do what you're doing, to sit there and introduce people and give them all these accolades and use all these adjectives. It's like, hey, as you say, you nailed it. 2 thumbs up. So if nobody else appreciates you and tells you that, let them know. Dr. T lets you know you're appreciated, and I think you're awesome at what you do. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. So let's get to the lesson. So I know all of you took the time to think about what you would do with your $1,000 that I gave you all. I know Queen Debbie did. Okay. But anyway, this is a very, very special message. And when you think about finances and wealth, I believe right now that we are living in an era where people are becoming more wealth conscious. I know I am, okay? And I believe that there are many, many people who really understand the importance of understanding how money works and the importance of what that means to their lives personally. But I want to talk to those people who may say, well, you know, I don't truly have it all together in that area. I'm just getting started. I'm just at phase one. And don't get me wrong, the rest of you who may have it going on in that area, maybe your finances are in order, this message is for you too, because you can always learn. You may say, well, maybe I dropped off in this area. I need to, you know, step it up a little bit in this area. So the message is for you too. But this message is meant to encourage those who may feel like, wow, it's kind of late in life for me, and I should have done this when I was younger, and I wish I had done this earlier. I wish I had known back then what I know now. All those things you may say. But I want to encourage you and let you know that it's never too late to learn. It's never to start doing what's best for your financial situation, because oftentimes you don't know what you don't know. You can't ask a question if you don't know there's a question to ask. You know, we can only go according to our knowledge and our understanding of a thing. And finances, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the things that many, many people do not understand. There's a reason why it's only 1% or 2% of the people all over the world who are wealthy. It's a wonder. It's a reason for that. It's a reason why most people are consumers. It's a reason for that. It's not because of a lack of interest so much. It might be just a lack of knowledge and the experiences, your background, you know, maybe the culture you may come from. When I say culture, I'm not talking about so much the country, but maybe in your family dynamics, maybe in the neighborhood that you live in, that type of thing. And a lot of it has to do with your experiences with finances. Many of you have had some very bad experiences with finances, and you don't like to look at it. You don't want to think about it. All you want to do is go to work, pay your bills, and start the cycle over again. But we want to get away from that. We want to take charge of our finances. I've always shared with you all that money is a living entity, and it wants to work for you, and it wants to work with you. You know, make money your partner. Make money your friend. You know, it's so important. I shared with you all there's over 2,000 scriptures in the Bible that talks about money. It's a reason for that. And Jesus also used parables oftentimes that talked about finances. They talked about money. So it's a reason for that. So we need to jump on that bandwagon and realize how important it is for us to understand the importance of wealth building, no matter where you're starting. So last week, I gave you five steps, you know, that you should utilize to build wealth, no matter where you're starting. I'm going to do an overview right now. So let me start with number one. We talked about number one being develop a growth-oriented money mindset. The foundation of wealth building starts with how you think about money. Do you have a scarcity mindset, or do you have a growth building mindset? You know, instead of seeing obstacles, you'll begin spotting opportunities. And that's how you want to look at money. Okay. It's about changing your mindset, having a paradigm shift. That's the first one. The second one we covered was taking stock of your financial reality. Taking stock of your financial reality. You can't reach a destination without knowing your starting point. Does that make sense? You cannot reach a destination without knowing your starting point. So begin by documenting every aspect of your current financial situation. So number two, take stock of your financial reality. Number three, define your personal wealth goals. Remember, wealth building to me may not mean the same to you. So whatever you believe wealth building is, whatever you need to feel comfortable with wealth, that's what you aim for. So define your personal wealth goals. That's number three. Number four, remember we're doing a recap right now. Number four, master your money through budgeting. Master your money through budgeting. That's number four. A budget isn't a restriction. It's a tool for freedom. Remember that. A budget is not a restriction. It's not a punishment for mistakes that you've made. It's a tool for freedom. So that's number four. Master your money through budgeting. And the last one that I covered last week was secure your foundation with an emergency fund. An emergency fund acts as your financial buffer, all right? It's a buffer against life's unexpected challenges. Okay, so that's why I gave you all the $1,000 and I asked you all to take that and disperse that however you want to do that. So remember, number 5 is to secure your foundation with an emergency fund. Everyone should have some money put aside that's separate from their regular income, what they use for their bills should be separate and put aside. So if an emergency comes up, you can go to that and not touch the monies that you have to live on. So that's number 5. Now we're going to cover the next 5 steps into building wealth, even if you're just getting started. Number 6, if you're taking notes, number 6, tackle high interest debt aggressively. Be bodacious about it. Tackle high interest debts aggressively. High interest debts is wealth's biggest enemy, one of its biggest enemies. Focus on eliminating debts with the highest interest rates. A lot of times we may want to concentrate on the debt maybe the highest. It's not about the largest balance. It's about the highest interest rate. Every dollar you pay in interest is a dollar that could be building your wealth instead. Think about that. Think about the credit card or loan that you may have. If the interest rate is real high, you think about that. You make all these payments. It might be the minimum payment. Maybe that's all you can afford. You make this minimum payment, and it takes forever. What you could have paid off in a year or two is taking you 5 or 6 years to pay off, because you're only paying the minimum, and the minimum that you're paying is not going toward the principal of the loan or the debt. It's going toward the interest. So what you want to do strategically, make minimum payments on all the debts while directing the extra money that you have toward the higher interest debts to eliminate it. Okay, let me say that again. Make minimum payments on all the other debts, okay, the smaller debts or the ones with the lowest interest, and concentrate on paying more on the highest interest debts, okay? A lot of people may say it's different. Like, for example, you may have a credit card. The balance might be $5,000, okay? And then you may have a credit card where the balance is $2,500. But the one that's $2,500, the interest rate is higher. So you want to concentrate. You may say, well, I want to concentrate on the $5,000 one. Makes sense. But what you want to do is get rid of the one that's $2,500 with the highest interest rate. And you can just pay minimum on the $5,000, because by the time you finish off the interest rate, pay off the other one for $2,500, you'll have more money to attack that next bill, which may be the next one in line that you want to pay off. So make sure that when you're paying off your debts, you want to concentrate on that debt that has the highest interest rate. Okay, so again, that's number 6. Tackle high interest debts aggressively. Because one, don't understand that when you have high interest debts, it is one of the biggest enemies on building wealth. Number 7, maximize your earning potential. Maximize your earning potential. Savings alone won't make you wealthy. Wow, you probably didn't know that. Wow, if I have savings, Dr. T, I should be okay. No, you want to have income coming in on a regular basis. Or you call it residual income. Income that's always coming in. Not just some money sitting somewhere in the bank. It might be collecting interest. It might be yielding interest. But you want to have money coming in all the time. So how do you do that? What do you need to do? You need to start bringing in more income, right? That might be pursuing a promotion if you're working. That might be trying to get a higher paying job. It may mean starting your investing, developing a side hustle, whatever it might be. But when you need to do something to bring in more income, oftentimes we find ourselves working a 9-to-5 job. And everything that we talked about from 1 to 6 or 1 to 5 earlier, it's very necessary that you understand that you need extra money. So one of the reasons why many of us are in debt or we cannot get ahead is because we don't have the extra money. We live on a fixed income, or we have the budget right, so we have this money coming in from a job, a 9 to 5 job. And I've always said to you all, it's not about how much money you make, but how much money you have left over. And let me add another part, what you can do with the money that you have left over. So if you're in a situation where you don't have enough money left over, what does that mean? That means you have to bring in more money. You've got to find a way to bring in more money. So what does that mean for you? That might mean for you going out to get an extra, get a part-time job. That might mean for you, getting involved with a multi-level marketing business. That might be for you, getting an online business. That might mean for you, especially for women. Like they might want to get involved with Mary Kay, some type of paparazzi jewelry, Avon. There's all kind of things out there to bring in extra income, whatever your interests are. But just make sure that you understand that just having a bank account is not enough. You've got to have money coming in, residual income. So when you want to start budgeting, when you want to start that emergency fund and other things you want to do, having something to set aside is not going to be enough because you want to continue to pay off those debts. You want to continue to build wealth. So you need to learn how to maximize your earning potential. That's number 7. Number 7. Number 8, if you're taking notes, number 8, invest in your skill set. Invest in your skill set. Oftentimes, we cannot go out there and bring in more finances because we are limited in our skill sets. Your earning potential is directly tied to your skills oftentimes. Identifying high demand skills in your industry or desired field. Maybe you're a person who likes computers. Maybe you're a computer geek. You love working with technology. Try to find something where if you want to improve in that, take courses. There are all type of online courses. Some of them are free or cost little or nothing. Maybe you're a person who likes to write. So read books on writing. Maybe you want to start writing books, wherever it might be. Maybe you want to start writing articles and things like that. But you want to invest in your skill set. That means reading books. That means looking at podcasts. That means attending webinars, workshops, things like that. That's what it means. And like we do right now with the Step Up program, there's so many people that I know, they want to learn how to start a business. They're good at what they do. They really do understand, the time that it takes in to do their business. But the number one question that they ask is, how? How do we start a business? That is why I created the Step Up program. It's a course that actually teaches people how to start their business, how to run their business, and also how to sustain it. So when you start it and when you run it, how do you stay in business? That's a skill set that you learn. And we have so many people. I'm so happy to share with you all. We have so many people who have graduated. We just had our last course, our last day, I think it was last Monday. And so many of them are so grateful because now they know how to do a business plan. That's a skill set. They understand what it means to go out there and start and get the different business structure. They know how to get that started. Those are all skill sets. So now they can be more marketable. Now they can go out there and get loans for their business. Now they can go there and actually start living their dream. So if you truly want to start building wealth, even if you're just starting from the beginning, invest in your skill sets. That's number 8. Invest in your skill set. It might be getting certifications. Okay, it might be whatever it might be. Me personally, I am a certified life coach. I took courses online. That's how I got my certification. I didn't have to go to a building, a brick and mortar building. I got it through online training, and that's how I got my certification. Therefore, that's the reason why I have an interest in this, and this is one of the reasons that I can do what I do. Okay, so that's another example. So number 8, invest in your skill sets. Number 9, and this is so important. Number 9, practice strategic frugality. Practice strategic frugality. Living below your means doesn't mean living poorly. That's not what that means. It means spending intentionally. You intentionally know where your money is spent. You're practicing strategic frugality. Cutting down expenses you want to cut down on expenses that don't align with your values and your goals. All right. This creates, when you do that, this creates a surplus cash flow that can be directed towards your wealth building. If you have extra money, like I gave you all the example last week. If you're one of those people who like to go out on Sundays after church and have dinner, there's nothing wrong with going out. But instead of going 4 or 5 days out of the week, I'm sorry, 4 or 5 Sundays out of the week, cut it down to one. Cut it down to one. And that extra money that you would have spent going out to dinner, put that money toward maybe an emergency fund, maybe investing, maybe taking a course, an online course that you might want to pay for to increase your skill sets. Put the money there. That's what I'm trying to say. So in other words, you are intentionally spending your money, and you can see your money grow. Maybe that money might go toward paying off that high interest loan. So when you're doing that, when you're practicing frugality strategically, what you're doing is taking control of your spending. It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. You still have a quality of life. You're just intentionally executing it. Okay? You still have a quality of life. You're just intentionally executing it. Okay? Remember, the extra surplus money that you have, you want to use that towards, again, maybe creating an emergency fund, maybe investing, maybe taking a course that you want online, whatever that might do, but you need the extra money. So number 9 is to practice strategic frugality. And the last one, begin your investment journey. Let's start thinking about investing. I was thinking about something I want to share, and I don't want this to become a debate or anything like that, because a lot of times we think about tithing, because I am a believer and I believe in, tithing, and people are taught about tithing in their local churches. And oftentimes we're taught that if we tithe, the word of God tells us, Malachi 3:10, to the tithe, bring your tithes to the storehouse. And there's all these promises that God is going to do. But it doesn't make any difference. This is a side note. It doesn't make any difference of how much money you give to a local church. If you don't practice budgeting, if you're not a person that invests, if you're not practicing strategic frugality, if you don't have a mindset for wealth building, it doesn't matter how much money you give. And one of the things that many believers don't understand is the power of investing. Do you understand that so many people who are wealthy, they've never tithed a day in their lives? And this may set some people free. It's not about me criticizing. It's not about bondage. But oftentimes churches don't teach us that. They tell us if you don't tithe, if you don't give to your local church, God's going to curse you. Everything's going to be cut off. You better tithe. You better bring the tithe to the storehouse. You better do it. Or guess what? It's going to dry up the well. And then people live in bondage. And God never intended for us to be in bondage. People who are, there are people who tithe all the time and they're still poor. What's wrong with that picture? The purpose of this message, ladies and gentlemen, is to make you understand that wealth building consists of many components, not just giving to a local church. Jesus never told us we had to give tithes. And some of you may say, well, tithing is not there, and I'm not saying it is. Whatever you believe, do that. I would never sit here and tell you, don't tithe. I would never sit here and tell you, don't give to your local church. That would never come out of my mouth. But what will come out of my mouth is don't live in bondage. Don't believe that because you do that everything is going to be okay financially. You have to have all the other skill sets that I just mentioned. You have to change your mindset. You have to learn how to budget. You have to create an emergency fund. You have to understand the importance of investing. You have to practice frugality. These are things you need to start doing if you truly want to prosper. And the last thing, number 10, as I just mentioned, is to begin your investment journey. Learn how to invest. That might be, right now, I don't know the age group we're in right now, but I'm pretty sure most of you may be over 30. And you're on this journey of investing. Many of you have already started, and some of you haven't started at all. But wherever you are, whether you've already started or you want to start, this is the time to start reading books, educating yourself. This is the time to start talking to people who are where you want to be. This is the time to try to find a wonderful financial planner. This is the time. And when you do these things, start investing. Maybe it might start off with just learning how to buy stock. It doesn't have to be so risky. Talk to a financial planner or talk to a broker, someone that can lead you and guide you in that area. Start doing that. Start taking some risk, not foolish risk, calculated risk. Use wisdom. Okay, maybe it might be a mutual fund you might want to start. For those of you who might want to save up for retirement, annuities. Start a high yield savings account. Get into cryptocurrency. There's all kind of ways to invest. All kind of ways. But the most important thing is that you need to start investing. These are all the things that rich and wealthy people do. And if you want to add giving to your local church as part of that regimen, do it, because God will bless it. He doesn't just bless tithing. He blesses every action that you put into action that I've shared with you tonight. So if you truly want to start building wealth and you're just getting started, you develop a growth mindset. Take stock in your financial reality. Define your personal wealth goals. Master your money through budgeting. Secure a foundation with an emergency fund. Tackle those high interest debts aggressively. Maximize your earning potential. Invest in your skill sets. Practice strategic frugality. And last but not least for tonight, begin your investment journey. If you just start applying these 10 steps that I just shared, you'll be well on your way to achieving your financial goals. My name is Dr. T, and thank you so much for allowing me to share.
Wow, Dr. T, you nailed it in this part 2, because I'm saving my $1,000, which you gave me from last week, to the part 3. I'm going to share with you how I'm going to spend my $1,000 in part 3. Thank you so much for this part 2.
Thank
It's
you.
just awesome. I'm going to begin my investment journey now, and I hope that each and every one of us who is listening live, either here with us or on YouTube, will also plan to join us for part 3, because this is a very, very unique presentation that you don't get anywhere. And we are so honored and blessed that our sister, the one and only Dr. T we have in this forum, is offering it to us. And by the way, if you were not here last week, remember, she gave us $1,000 to invest. So in part 3, we each have to give an account of how that money was invested. It cannot go down the drain. And today is a very unique day for that reminder, because today's date is 25th of the month and 25th of the year. So it's unique in that sense because of the coincidence of the numbers and the topic, the 5 that she shared today, in addition to the 5 from last week. Let us put the 2 together. Come in next week prepared to present how we budgeted and spent the $1,000 that she gave us last week. Thank you, Dr. T. That being said, I'm going to say at this stage, if you do not mind, we're going to hold off any remarks or input from Dr. T's presentation until Dr. Benny, our next presenter, has finished. And then at that time, we're going to accept questions and discussions for both presentations. That way, we just discuss everything at the same time after the next presenter. So our next presenter, our one and only First Lady of ONPASSIVE, Queen, and my sister, Dr. Benny. She is our cybersecurity specialist, and she's going to continue talking to us about a topic she started earlier. And please, again, she's no one new to us or to the ONPASSIVE platform, so I do not see the need for us to say too much about her, because her presentation in itself speaks volumes. She is the amazing person who will go to any forum and not say anything until after she's thanked our creator. And our creator exists in various shapes and forms to every one of us, but she never does anything without doing that. So if you do not know who Dr. Benny is, she's that one lady, the first lady of ONPASSIVE. Queen Sister Dr. Benny, welcome. The microphone is yours.
Thank you so much, Queen Debbie McCormick. I appreciate you. Well, before I proceed, I want to really appreciate Dr. T for her extraordinary mindset. I believe we'll talk more about that. But I want to really thank our Heavenly Father for bringing each and everyone this evening. People may not know his importance, but I think that without him, we will not be here this evening. Thank you so much. I will proceed with my presentation. So my presentation today is about cybersecurity and business. Yes. So cybersecurity is really crucial for businesses as it protects what? Your sensitive data. It protects your financial asset and your digital infrastructure from the cyber threats such as hacking, malware, and data breaches. So with an increasing cyber risk, businesses must what? They have to implement a robust security measures by including what? Including like encryption, the firewalls, and employee training in order to safeguard their operation. If you guys can give me a minute and let me share my screen. Before sharing, as we all know that when it comes to cybersecurity, you have cyber threat, right? Which it continues to evolve with business, which now businesses, they have to implement what? The proactive cybersecurity measures in order to protect what? Those sensitive information, right? Thank you so much. Give me a minute. For that. I hope. What is 7? All right. Cybersecurity, it protects what? As I already said, it protects your digital system. It also protects our network as well, and the data from unauthorized access, theft, and all damages. So it also involves implementing various measures and technologies in order to ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of the information stored and processed to computer system. So there are 3 critical aspects of the cybersecurity area. One is prevention, 2, detection, and then the rest is the third one is response. Now, by prevention, it implements what the security measures in order to prevent unauthorized access or breaches. When it comes to detection, it identifies the potential threat and vulnerability in the system. When I always talk about vulnerability, it's weakness. There's always a weakness in the system. Talk about response, taking necessary action now in order to mitigate the impact of the security incidents. The component of cybersecurity strategy, risk assessment. Understanding your organization, the risk is the foundation of a solid cybersecurity strategy. By conducting a risk assessment, we will identify the potential threat, the vulnerability, and the potential impact now within your organization, right? Next, we talk about the security policies and procedures. A lot of us, or the companies, have to develop a clear, comprehensive security policies and procedures that will outline the rules and responsibility of employees, the acceptable rules or the use of technology, and the steps to take in case of security incidents. As you know that when you step out of your building, you don't know whether you will come back, right? An incident may occur at any time. So as for me, I know that when you're stepping out of your house, your building, please, I think you should just pray to our Heavenly Father for Him to guide and protect you, right? Okay. So cybersecurity threat, the cyber threat now, it will pose a significant risk to your business of all sizes, and understanding this threat is essential to protecting your organization. All right. So we do have type of threats. I'm just going to list them to you. You have malware, you have reputation damage, you have operational disruption, protecting sensitive data, maintaining business operation, staying ahead of the competition. Okay, guess what? The business benefit of effective cybersecurity. The ramification of this cyber attacks have pushed many enterprise leaders, directors, CEOs, and the rest, right, to focus on improving their organization security posture. That is why the reason why sometimes I believe me trying to talk about the security, the reason is because everybody needs to know the importance of the security. It happens everywhere, not only within the business, right? So an example, the growing availability of ransomware as a service that orders as a service malware has made it easier now for attackers now to strike, right? To really strike. So this is what happened in 2024. Google Cloud Cybersecurity Forecast in 2024 report made a similar point, warning among all things that attackers are using what? AI to their advantage, and that new threat in malware development are making it faster to create, harder to dictate. Now, so what is really going on with the government? Government regulations and industry requirement mandate cybersecurity standard for many businesses, giving them no choice in making cybersecurity what? A priority. Guess what? A priority. So the United States individual states, the EU, and other governments all have laws requiring our organization to safeguard their sensitive information and to implement what? Prescribed cybersecurity practice. For example, in the US, Security and Exchange Commission in July 2023 adopted rules requiring all companies that file registration statement for stock offering to what? Disclose material cybersecurity incidents in order and to annually submit what? Information on their cybersecurity strategy, the governance, and the risk management initiative. Now, in the point of this industry, it mandate what? Payment card industry data security standard. Now, which set what? It set a standard security policies and procedures for any entity that accept payment card. As you all know, we are all utilizing cards, right? Card payment. It has to be protected. So many consumers like you and I and businesses partner now have a higher expectation that companies will make the necessary cybersecurity investment, as Dr. T talked about investment, right? To thwart the cyber criminals from what? Stealing customers' information and doing anything else that could harm customers and partners by extension. Now, meeting with those demands present what? The business opportunity. Now, creating and building trust with customers can be translated into revenue gain, right? Oh, yes. Cybersecurity is not an option, but what? A necessity. Companies that fail to prioritize cybersecurity are vulnerable to cyber attacks, data breaches, and monetary loss. By implementing a robust cybersecurity measures, businesses can mitigate risk. They can also prevent attacks and protect what? Sensitive information. The importance of cybersecurity has never been more crucial, and businesses must prioritize it to ensure their continued success. Cybersecurity is the backbone of what? Protecting the digital world, ensuring what? The confidentiality, integrity, and availability for what? The sensitive data and the system. An organization like our organization or any company like the federal government and the rest really more heavily, they rely more heavily on what? Digital operation. Cybersecurity act as the first line of defense against what? The ecosystem of the cyber threat. Cybersecurity is critical in today's digital. With an increasing number of cyber threats and attacks within any organizations, it is imperative that businesses take measures to protect themselves from such risk, right? Now, protect sensitive information. One of the most critical reasons why cybersecurity is essential is that it helps organizations to protect their sensitive information. Hackers they will continually trying to gain access now to what? Our confidential data, such as what? Financial records, employee information, which is happening nowadays, customer data as well. Now, a cyber security strategy can also help now to prevent unauthorized access and data breaches, prevent financial losses. Cyber attacks can result in a significant financial losses to any company. Cyber security measures can help to prevent losses by what? Reducing numbers of what? Successful attacks and limiting the damages or the damage that an attack could cause. Now, the cost of this implementing the cybersecurity measures is as much lower comparing to any losses that any company could face if an attack is successful. My brothers and sisters, my queens and kings, this is where I got my information from. I really appreciate you guys listening about cybersecurity in business. Thank you all. Love you all. Yes, Queen Rosanna.
Oh,
Queen Rosanna.
yeah, can you hear me?
At this moment, yes, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Okay, good. Good evening, everyone. We just thank God for bringing us.
No, this
We
time
can't hear you.
we can't hear you.
now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank God for bringing us here once again. And we are all gathered here to learn and to apply what we learn to our daily living. And I must first, Dr. T, thank you. Don't think you're coming here every day and telling us about this mindset and it's not going anywhere. Please don't get discouraged. It is going somewhere. Just keep on going on, because had you done this once and then you finish, then what would have happened? It would have been dead. But you come every week and reinforcing it. It's reaching us and it's reaching somewhere. So please continue. You are doing a great job. You are doing a job that we would have to go out and pay a lot of money to get. So we really appreciate it, and we really appreciate that you come here week after week and teach us this mindset, and we are trying to apply it. Okay.
Thank you so much. I
You're
already told you I'm going to be sending a bill to Dr. Derek. Dr. Derek, I'll be sending you a bill as soon as we start getting paid.
Right. Okay. And then Dr. Benny, let's your time now. Dr. Benny, this is the most important thing you are doing for us right now. You don't know it, but the things that are going on out there, every day I come across people that is being scammed, that is being, my neighbor this evening, I told you what happened to me on Sunday, but then this happened to my neighbor today. She saw a check clear in her bank account for $1,460. She called the bank. The bank told her that she has to wait until today to find out what was going on. Today,
Wow.
when she did, and she went to the bank, she sent a check for $60 to her doctor office. Somebody got the check, wipe out the doctor's office name and put their name, somebody's name there, wipe out the amount that she put and put $1,460, and then use a phone, their phone to deposit the check into the bank. So now that is fraud. If as she not catch that, what would have happened,
Oh my
So
God.
these are the things that is going on out there. So I just want to really open up and tell everyone this so that people can know what is going on out there. Once they catch your check, it is the end. They're going to wipe you out. Okay, so please continue. Don't think you're going over cybersecurity just to talk. It's really getting to us. We really are learning. We really are applying. We really are checking our balances and our accounts every day. So don't believe every day you come here every week after week, and you are, please continue reinforcing it because it is getting somewhere. Okay, these people need to know it. Sometimes sometimes somebody might miss a meeting, the next week they come back and you do it all over again, and they are airing. Okay, so I just want to thank you guys and let you know we really appreciate you. I really appreciate this group, and we are really learning. All right, thank you so much. Have a blessed evening.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
very
Thank you.
much.
You're welcome, dear.
Thank you, Queen Rosanna. We appreciate you. Thank you for
dear.
your feedback. It's very important to us, isn't it, Queen Dr. T?
That's what's going to
Yes.
help you. Yeah, that was
Mhm.
what is going to help you to continue. That is what going to encourage you to continue. That's why we have to speak up to let you know that it's helping us and it reaching somewhere. And we are not only that, but we are also learning because there's a lot of things we didn't know. And now we are here learning all these things. Thank you so much. Have a blessed night.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Queen Dr. T, proceed, please.
Yes. Dr. Benny, your presentation, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. But I have a question. My question is, now the companies that you're talking about, are those your larger companies? Like somebody like me, we're very small. How would we protect ourselves? We don't really deal with a lot of money like that. I deal with we get sponsorships, grants, and they go directly into our account, but it's not a large number we're dealing with. So were you referring to the larger companies, Dr. Benny, or someone like myself, a nonprofit?
Well,
Does it have to be a certain size?
I'm really referring to large companies, but it is also good for little companies to start learning to
Okay.
protect their own business should in case something happens.
So how would we do that? So how would I do? What type of equipment do I need to have, or what should I do no more than what I'm already doing?
Well, what something is like you have to implement strong strong access control, like they say multi-factor login in order to log in into your system. Like when you have, 1 second, hold on. You have people coming into your business. You want to do something to protect it. You don't want to give them access to
Okay.
your system. That is why most of the time I always talk about username and password.
Mhm.
That when you create your username and password, it has to have like those special characters. You're protecting it from those hackers. And then you want to make sure to enforce that based upon the National Institute of Standard and Technology, they say they gave us like 90 days that you make sure that you have to change the password. But there are certain companies that they want you to change your password every 2 months. That's what is happening to me, and I get mad. But I know that they are trying to protect our information from those hackers. The hackers are not sleeping. They're doing everything to steal our information, just like Queen Rosanna just said.
Yes, and oftentimes we are guilty of giving them the information. I've heard so many horror stories, and it's not just happening to seniors. Young people are being caught up too, and it's just, they're so slick and they're very articulate. They know the lingo. They'll come on and they'll impersonate someone from a particular company or a bank or something like that. And they'll tell you, oh, that your credit card we saw some suspicious activity on your card, and they're engaging you, and you're just, oh my God, you're helping me. Oh, thank you for helping me. They'll tell you, now I need for you to tear up that card. They ask you for a code. And they'll say, now, we're going to try to protect you. We're going to shut down this account, tear your card up, and you'll get a new business card, in the mail from 7 to 10 days. And you're thinking they're helping you. Come to find out, they're the scammers.
Well, that is why, Queen Dr. T, when they call you, first of all, you know your bank.
Right.
I think you should go straight to your bank.
Right.
Okay, let's say if they call you, that's fine. Just say thank you, right? Look for the phone number of your bank. Remember, I do have my banker, and her name is Anna, right? I know her very well. So what I would do is I will call and say, may I speak to Anna? If you need to know who your bankers are, because people, they will do anything to fool you. Yes, they are playing games. We do have weak people out there. So if you're weak, they will play over your mind.
Right.
Now, another thing is that with your own business, if you have employees, you have to train them, right? Make them to understand, especially when it comes to that phishing emails. When an email is being sent to you, do you know who is sending that email?
Right.
There you go. People are playing over our mind. We have to be very careful. I hope I did answer your question.
Oh yeah. I was just making a comment. I mean, I have my banker in my contact. So when it comes up, if they call me, it's on my cover. It's right there. I can see who it is.
Perfect.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Queen Pastor Antoinette, could you please proceed?
Excellent presentations. I'll start with Dr. T. By the time you're done, Dr. T, I'll know exactly what to do with my $1,000. And hey, I'm already starting.
Give it to me. Give it to me. Oh, just kidding.
Getting a lot of information, so I know I'm making my list now.
Yes,
and how much. But excellent advice, very inspiring, encouraging, and it is things that we can do, even with a little bit of money or extra money that comes up. And I have heard of people, in fact, a few people were talking about what you had talked about in being aggressive and paying down the high interest loans and bills and things, and then taking that extra money that you have left because you no longer have that loan and investing part of it, pretending you don't have it. So you invest part of it and then work on the next loan.
Yes.
So excellent advice, excellent. And then Dr. Benny, excellent presentation. Every week you clarify and make us see how important security is and what areas we need to take care of it and keep a watchful eye. The thing about when one of our queens had expressed about the check thing years ago when I was in property management and security wasn't that good at that time. In fact, we had a manager and people would pay their rent via check, never cash, but via check or credit card. And the ones who paid via check, he would put a slash after the name of the company and put his name or her name on top with the company's name. And if there was enough space for that, he would write his name in, and he was able to cash a lot of rental checks that way.
Wow. Wow.
And when I found out, I couldn't believe, and I knew the guy, and I couldn't believe that he would do such a thing. But there are people out there who do that, and I could tell you some other stuff they they were doing, and I'm like, wow, how do they come up with all this stuff? So we're very appreciative over the information that you give us and to look out for, because we don't know. We won't know, like Dr. T said, we only know what we know. And we really, well, I really appreciate your giving us that information to keep ourselves safe. And so I just wanted to express that.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Queen Pastor Antoinette. Thank you for your acknowledgement and your support as well. Thank you for coming. Queen JW, please unmute yourself and share your excitement.
Good evening to everyone. Amazing, amazing presentations this evening. And I will start with Dr. T. Every one of those topics is of most importance, because if we waste our money, we won't have any money. You know, and you gave a good example of, you know, if we go out every Sunday or throughout the week spending that money, we could use that money, like you said, for emergency fund, or investing in ourselves, or investing in stocks or whatever. So that way we will put our money to use, and also we will have a cash flow coming in, instead of money just going out and nothing coming back in, causing us to struggle, you know, and be in financial distress. So those are very good pointers you gave to us. Very important. And investment, we definitely, I mean, for those who haven't started, including myself, I haven't started because I don't know which way to go. And like you said, speak to a financial advisor or a broker, someone that is knowledgeable of it, so you can make, like you said, a calculated, educated decision that it won't be a loss. Because sometimes some of those things you feel so scared, you're thinking about loss more than gain.
Yes.
So those are and we should be investing, because that's what it's all about. And we should be learning new things, and we should be looking for other streams of income, because no matter if you're retired or have a 9-to-5, it's never enough, because it wasn't set up to be enough. So therefore, different streams of income is and reading and becoming more knowledgeable of what's happening when it comes to any and everything and all aspects of our life. So we really appreciate you. We thank you so much for bringing that information to us. And like Queen Rosalind said, we don't have to go out and pay for it. It has master classes, and they will tell you a certain amount, and before you know it, they here go the rest you have to pay to get. It's just to lure you in. So here we're not being lured in. We have been given this information freely. We appreciate you researching and bringing the information that we all need. So thank you so much for caring, and thank you for just helping us out, keeping us knowledgeable. And Dr. T, Dr. Benny, Amazing, amazing. I mean, you're always trying to make sure that we are safe. And even if it's big companies or small companies, I think the basic way of protecting ourselves and knowing how to is very important. I know in big companies, and I work for some of them, they give you access according to where they want you to have access to. They do not give full access. But if you're working in a particular department, you may have access to certain things only. So big business operate differently, like because they have so much to protect, not only our information, but their information, their financial money and so forth. So they going to protect themselves, and at the same time, they're going to protect us to a certain extent also, because it's their company, it's not ours. So they have to protect. And like Queen Rosalind said about that and Dr. T, that they call you on the phone to tell you have a problem. I mean, I experienced that also, but I told them I'm going to call my bank because I know that they're full of it. So whatever, and they did say everything that Dr. T stated, close down that thing, call them and do all this. I said, no, thank you so much for the information, but I will contact my bank. Okay, so they knew that right there that they couldn't get away with me. Or sometimes they try to keep you on the phone while they gather information out of your account or your WhatsApp, or by getting your customers or your relatives, and then they use those same people against you, not knowing that it's not them. So it's really awful out there. So thank you so much, Dr. Benny, for keeping us safe, keeping us alert, keeping us up to par when it comes to cybersecurity. We appreciate you and we love you too. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Queen JW, for your love and support, for your dedication towards this company, as well as this amazing webinar. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you.
Queen Dr. T.
Yeah, I just have a comment to make to Queen JW. You just shared that you haven't started making any investments. As again, to encourage you, it's never too late to do that. Okay, and you might just want to. I'll just be transparent with you about my life. Find something that in terms of investment that you might be interested in. Like right now, I have a very strong interest in cryptocurrency. Okay, that might be a taboo to a lot of you, but I have a very high interest in cryptocurrency. So what I've been doing, in addition to investing, I've been reading articles, watching YouTube channels, whatever kind of information I can get on, to find. I've been doing that. Okay, so that's been working for me. But maybe that's not your interest, and that's fine. There's all kind of investments, but start off with a high yield savings account. So if you do have money in the savings, put it somewhere where it'll start, getting interest, not just sitting there. Okay. There, again, that advice might be to find someone who is a financial planner. You don't have to make any decision right now, but just kind of like mull around, talk to this individual that you can trust, build a relationship, and let them give you ideas that's best for your financial situation. Okay. But I do want to encourage you to start sooner than later, because it's going to catch up with you. Again, it's never too late to start, but you've got to start. You can't say to me, well, I don't know what to do. You do know what to do. Okay, find something that you're interested in. It might be mutual funds. Okay, it might be crypto. It might be stocks. It might be blue chip stocks. It might be annuities. Whatever it might be, it's all kind of things out there to invest in. Talk to somebody, have a consultation. A lot of times, these financial planners, there's no charge to sit down and talk to them. No charge at all. Your bank can even give you advice. But again, when you go to a bank, remember, their interest is not you, it's them. But they can still give you a start. You understand? Okay, so those are things you want to do. Start reading books. The Millionaire Next Door, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, things like that. Start reading books to make a calculated investment and decision. Because again, every investment, there are risks involved.
Of course.
There's going to be
Of
risk,
course.
okay, but you've got to, and I've learned the same thing, JW. You got to be a risk taker, but again, calculate it, not just
Yep.
jump into something. But think about it. Get some advice. Let somebody know what you're doing. Don't just do something. Let somebody know. Hey, guess what? Hey, JW, or hey, Dr. Benny, I'm getting ready to do A, B, C, and D. If Dr. Benny's good at that, okay, Dr. T, I don't know about that. Well, yeah, that's a good move. You see my point?
Yes,
Don't just sit
indeed.
there and be a lone ranger. Let somebody know what you're doing. Because maybe you're on the right track, but just not on that, just do another way. But
Yes.
start somewhere. Don't say, well, I don't know what to do, that's why I haven't started. You do know what to do. Do some research and
Yes,
just
I've been looking into crypto. I did set up a wallet and everything, but I just need to learn more. So, because I do want to move my money. I don't want to keep it in the banks.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. All kind of tech on YouTube, podcasts, Google, talk to different people who are in crypto. Talk to them. That's what I'm saying. Right now, the crypto market, what the president of the United States is doing right now, he's one of the presidents that since we've had in our history who is for crypto. He's pushing
Yep.
this, and it's going to be a boom. And I'm pretty sure Dr. Derek can tell you that. If he's not already doing it. So there's so many people right now, it's a taboo, but I'm telling you, watch what's going on with the rich people. They call them whales. They're called whales. Watch what the whales are doing. Then
Exactly.
you do accordingly. Then you do what they do. Right. So
Oh
I
my
just want to give you
gosh.
that advice. Okay.
Thank you so much, Dr. T. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Dr. T. So since it's you and I, Dr. T, I would like you to give your closing remarks.
Okay. All
Yes,
right.
please.
Well, thank you again for allowing me to share. Like I said, it's never too late to start. It doesn't matter, where you are financially, your age, as long as there's breath in your body, the decision is to start somewhere. Put one foot in front of the other, and just start. Because, like I said, right now, people are more conscious of wealth building. You don't want this to catch up with you and say, I wish I had, if I had have done, like I said to you before, if I knew back then when I was a much younger woman what I know now, and I'm not trying to say I know a lot, I don't. I'm learning like everybody else. But if I just do the little bit back then what I know now, I'd be so much further ahead. So please, don't accept poverty and lack. Don't believe that is your plight. That is your portion. God intends us to have a great life, and finances is part of it. There's nothing wrong with being wealthy. There's nothing wrong with being financially comfortable. There's nothing wrong with that. And maybe your idea of wealth is not like my idea of wealth. I don't have to have $1 billion to be comfortable, but I do want to be able to pay my bills. I do want to be able to have money left over to do what I believe God has called me to do. I want to be a giver. I want to be able to help the world. I want to be a world changer. And it takes money to do that. But if you're so busy in debt, if you're so depressed that you can't think, you can't be creative, how can God use you? It's like Jesus said, putting your hands to the plow, but you continue to look back. He can't use you. Can you imagine an ox treading the corn and he's always stopping and looking back? The farmer can't use it. He's going to unhitch him and put him back in the barn. You don't want to be somebody that God says, I can't use you. You're too busy looking back. You're too busy making poor choices. Your mindset is not ready. You're not ready for this. So I'll put you back in the barn. I'll get somebody else. So you got to get back. You got to get on the bandwagon. And like I told JW, you do know what to do. And where's that? Start. Start somewhere. If it means holding somebody's hand and say, I don't really understand all that, find somebody that does and say, can you walk me through this? Forgive my ignorance, but I need for you to walk me through this. Because I do want to get started in this, because wealth is your portion, whatever that means to you. It might just be $100,000 a year. It might be whatever it might be. It might be that much a month or a week, whatever that is to you. But only thing you want to understand is not how much money you make, but how much money you have left over and what you do with it. And when you keep that in mind, you'll be well on your way to being a financially comfortable person and be able to be used for the master's use. Thank you for letting me share that.
Oh, thank you so much, Queen Dr. T. Thank you so much for your closing remarks. There was something that I wanted to say about what your topic, and something that you said about that you should tackle. You talk about interest, high interest rate, To tell you the truth, you are 100% because it happens to me. I mean, it's happening right now. I use my credit card to pay, for certain things. And the interest rate is really high. Even though you said it is good for us to pay the minimum. I mean, if you have money, you should pay the minimum, but we should not really, if you have money, pay more than the minimum.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
what I
try.
said. That's what I
try to
said.
pay more than the minimum, yet, Dr. T, with one of my credit card, every month I am paying $100 interest. So I'm just thinking, so my banker told me that they wanted to give me another new credit card, but she said, not now, until at least I pay half of my credit card. So I appreciate what you're saying. And I think just like Dr. Queen JW said, come back next week with more information. Queen Roseanne said the same thing, that you should come back, bring more and more information to us so that we can learn when it comes to this mindset. I really want to thank Dr. Derry for this.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
Thank you very much.
okay, I'm going to give you my own closing remarks. Cybersecurity is an ongoing process, not a one-time implementation. Businesses must invest in technology, employee training, proactive monitoring to stay ahead of the cyber threat, a well-known structure of cybersecurity strategy will safeguard the business operation. It will also protect the customers and to ensure long-term successes in the digital era. I know Queen Dr. T, you talk about our small businesses. Now, cybersecurity is really critical to small businesses, which because it will help to avoid downtime, it will help to keep customer trust, right? It will also help to maintain regular compliance, uphold your company reputation, right? It will also protect your computers and the network from those cyber attacks. And it will also keep crucial information to be backed up, control access to computer system, and to maintain the best practice in a financial transaction. So it's really, really important for us to do a lot within this company. Also to secure wireless network. A lot of us are utilizing the cell phone, which is wireless. And I pray that everybody make sure you protect your information within your cell phone, and do not put your password into the cell phone. Do not keep it there, because if you misplace it, you know what happens next. The hackers will get all your information, get all your data, destroy you. So I would say, as more people around the world work remotely, right? Cybersecurity for businesses now, it has become even more important. Small businesses witness a hefty blow when hit with their cyber attack. And with around 60% of the small businesses, some of them collapses. That is why they really need to know more when it comes to security. Security is not only within the larger company, it is also with smaller company. Thank you so much for listening, and I appreciate you guys. I will see you all next week. Dr. Derek, could you please close the YouTube channel? I want to thank the YouTubers as well.
Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. Peace, blessings, and enough holy plenty. A lot of love to all our kings and queens in the house. Really, really appreciate. Thank you very much, Queen Dr. T. That just an invitation, and uh, First Lady Queen Dr. Benny. Thank you very much for that cyber security presentation. Yes, most definitely. We have to and this may be well, let me not say have to. No, you don't have to. We should, as far as possible, get involved with some crypto. The one that is up and coming right now is Binance. So, however you can get some Binance, wherever you can get it from, there is a system that a few of us are involved in. Queen Dr. Benny and Queen Lily Lane and Dr. John and a few of us and myself, of course. A gentleman, one of the sheik in United Arab Emirates last week Friday dump. I have to put it that way. Dump 2 billion with a B, $2 billion on Binance, and so it drive up the cost. People are paying around 250, I think. And now within a short like 3-4 days, it is now 265, from 250 to 265 US dollars for one Binance, right? So it's no joke, right? It's no joke. Binance is one of the best up and coming, just like when Bitcoin started in, I think, 2007, thereabout. It was way down there to 200 and little bit. And now look where Bitcoin is. Bitcoin right now is 88,000 US dollars for one Bitcoin. So if you did just have 10, just 10 Bitcoin, you'll 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 maybe have almost $1 million in your pocket right there, next to $1 million in your pocket right there, just with 10 Bitcoin. If you did bought it back in 2000 and early 2000 or mid to late 2000, you'd be good. Well, I don't think, personally speaking, I don't think Binance is going to take that long, because those sheik and those billionaires not playing with it. And as Queen Dr. T said, that the United States government is actually kind of moving some of the gold and getting involved also with crypto. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing to have. So if you don't have it, get it. All right. If you don't have it, get some. Thank you all very much. Thank you those on YouTube. Really appreciate, really appreciate. And thank you all for joining us on Deep Dive Globally Changing Lives. 'Cause that's what it is all about, changing lives. All right. So thank you all very much for being a part of Deep Dive this evening. Remember, come tomorrow, and that is 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We have the Yvonne Duo, which is Queen Dr. Yvonne and Queen Yvonne Finn, and that is every weekday at 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight. Wednesday night, you will have Queen Julie Peer and empowering humanity. On Thursday morning, first of all, 8 a.m. It will be O Passion, Singapore, Malaysia, and then back again with deep dive in the evening at 7 p.m. Then you have Dream Team on Sunday, 4, I mean, not 4, 12:45 p.m. You have Dream Team, and so just join us. I think it will be Queen Canla that will be doing the presentation there this Sunday. So join us, and then of course Monday it's Mindset Monday with Queen Miriam Edwards. So we have webinars going all over the time of this week and right into next week. So remember, ONPASSIVE is live and well. Our CEO is moving forward, and so let us also move forward with our endeavors. Thank you all very much for making it deep dive, and thank you those on YouTube. Really appreciate you, and you do have yourself a wonderful, blessed remainder of your day and remainder of your week. And we are going to segue now into our after party with none other than Bishop Harold and Queen Dr. Nadu, just for you. So, those on YouTube, thank you all very much for joining us, and you have yourself a wonderful, blessed night. Thank you.